Hey guys, it is time for January favorites. What was I loving in the month of January? I'm going to talk about products that I was loving in the month of January. I'm also going to talk about switching up the way that I do things. I love to experiment with my makeup, not just with the products that I use, but the way that I use them. And you know, sometimes things don't always work out, but sometimes you can end up finding ways of doing things that you enjoy more than the way you used to do it. That's the only way you're going to find out, is to experiment. So anyways, let's get right into it. What was I loving in the month of January? Lip products. Oh my god, when did I become a lip junkie? This has been something that has been evolving over time. It all started, I think, maybe a year ago when I started watching my friend Nancy, who is Nancy Goo Goo here on YouTube. She loves lip products and it's infectious. You know, when somebody really loves something, you start to take an interest in it too. And I think she's turned me into a lip junkie. So Nancy, I'm just going to start sending my credit card bills to you, seeing as how this is all your fault. But seriously, I have been buying lip products like crazy, but it's not just Nancy's fault, it's also Dupe That's fault. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, see yesterday's video. I was telling you all about a website and an Instagram account that focuses mainly on finding dupes, less expensive dupes for more expensive lip products that we all either love or would like to love if we could afford the price tag on them. But you know, sometimes products are, the less expensive ones are just as good. So it's not really what you pay for something, because there are some great affordable options out there. But anyways, yeah, let's get right into the products. So most of what I want to show you and talk about today are lip products, because that's what I've been loving in the month of January. So let's get started. I have been really enjoying these newish types of lip products that are out now. They're like a hybrid. They're a liquid lipstick stain. That's what most of them are. And I just realized that I had stuck some in here, so I'm going to need to reference this too. But okay, I'm just gonna grab something because I have so much stuff on the table in front of me. The piece de resistance of the liquid lipstick stain hybrid formula that is out there, I gotta give it up for Lime Crime. I think they are the best at this. There's some controversy surrounding the company. I don't want to get involved in talking about that. I'm just talking about the product itself. This is a Lime Crime Velveteen. I only have one. They're 20 bucks. I was fortunate enough to find this at an Urban Outfitters. They're not easy to find in stores. Unless you live in a major city, you probably won't find them, but just keep in mind that you can find them at some stores. But yeah, I got the last one they had at an Urban Outfitters store. This is in the shade Utopia. It's a beautiful orchid shade. And you can order from the Lime Crime website, but it's kind of a pain in the neck because when they restock the popular colors, the website is just really tough because I don't know how many people, I was going to say millions of people, no, I don't think it's that many, but a lot of people are all on the website trying to all get the same colors and put them in their shopping cart, and then the website doesn't work properly. They do have some shades on there right now, but I think my focus for 2015 is going to be focusing more on less expensive brands that are really good and trying to get away from spending $20 on one lip product. That's a lot of money. But I do love this. If you can afford it and you don't mind spending $20, this is the best there is, in my opinion, of this type of product. It's got a doe foot applicator. The formula is perfection. It is awesome. The thing with these kind of products is they're difficult to apply. You have to work quickly before they dry, and you have to let it set before you touch your lips together or do anything. Once it sets, you're all set, and you probably won't have to do anything else to it the whole rest of the day because it's not going to move. Now, there are lots of companies that make similar products. They're not all exactly the same, but you know, I've shown L'Oreal makes one. They include a balm on the other side, so you put the product on, you let it set, then you put the balm on as needed because your lips are going to get dry throughout the day. If you can stand not to use the balm, not just on this, but on any of these long-lasting lip products, I like the finish and the way it looks without it, but if your lips start to get too dry, then you know, you kind of have to add some balm on top, but I think it looks way better if you don't. Rimmel has one now called Provocalips. I'm just giving you examples of all the different options that are out there. The Kat Von D ones are I was gonna say expensive, but they are. Well, I meant to say popular, but then expensive was gonna pop out into my head. But the Kat Von D ones are popular. Sephora makes a version. These are fantastic, I think, for the price, but they're $13, so by the way, they've come out with a ton of new colors for those, so if you don't think $13 is too much, you might want to check them out because they've got a slew of new colors in store now. They just came out recently. Let's see, is that it for the higher end ones? Just want to make sure I cover all my bases here. Yeah, that's it for the higher end ones. Now, for more affordable options of that type of product, I showed you recently Wet n Wild Mega Last. There's a ton of colors and it's a very similar product. The formula isn't quite as good as the high-end ones, but it wouldn't be because it's $2 and change for each one. Makeup Academy has a version at CVS. I don't think the name of the product is on here, but this is what it looks like. I wasn't really that impressed with this for what I paid for it, so I don't think I would buy any more of these, so I can't recommend this. But this is a favorites video, so why am I even talking about that? That's not a favorite. An option for someone who doesn't want to do a high maintenance type thing. If you don't mind reapplying a few times throughout the day, a different type of product that's kind of like those but not really are the NYX Matte Soft Lip Creams. This is what I'm wearing on my lips today. I have Stockholm on, which is pretty much just a nude, but these are they feel nice on your lips. They're $6, so affordable price. NYX is available at CVS, Ulta, and Target. So, you know, you can find it at a few different places, but these smell really awesome. They apply easily. They don't set completely, but they set enough that they're not gonna drive you crazy transferring, but they will transfer a tiny little bit. But these are a nice option if you don't want to get something that's difficult to apply and has all these rules around it. So I really like these, and I want to get some more colors of these because I just have 3 right now. I have a nude, a pink, and a fuchsia, and I definitely want to get more colors of those. Okay, now when it comes to just straight up lipsticks, Milani and Jordana have both come out with some new lines. They're both matte, and they did a great job with these. The Jordana ones are $2 and change a piece. The Milani ones are having a blank space in my brain right now, so I can't remember how much the Milani ones are. I want to say like $5, $6, somewhere around there. But the thing is, these companies are finding out now how to make a matte lipstick that doesn't drive you crazy. Because a traditional matte lipstick like MAC, for example, It feels awful on your lips. It dries the hell out of your lips. These don't do that. Well, at least they don't do that to me. But I'm kind of diligent about applying balm when I need it to keep my lips from getting dry. So really, really enjoying the Milani mattes and the Jordana mattes that have just recently come out, and I would love to get more colors, but these are really hard to find. You can find Milani at CVS, Kmart, and Walgreens, but every time I go to those stores, the area where those are is completely wiped out. So I was actually lucky to get the ones that I got. The Jordana shades that I have are Tease and Blush, and Tease is a mauve and Blush is a nude, and I like those a lot. And then the Milani ones I have are Blissful, Naked, and the third one I guess I didn't grab. I think it's called Innocent or Innocence. And the Naked is a medium nude, the Innocent or Innocence is a light nude, and the Blissful is a pink. And really, really like those, and definitely want to get more colors of those. Now, when it comes to a more traditional type lipstick, I guess you could say, or a lipstick that's more established, you cannot beat the Wet n Wild matte lipsticks. I already had a bunch of them, and I bought a bunch more, and I'm gonna be, you know, testing out a lot of the new colors that I bought. They are really not new, but they're new to my collection. But I love the Wet n Wild Mega Last lipsticks, and they're really good. They're a little dry, but not so dry that they drive you crazy. Actually, the new Jordana lipsticks, I think the formula is quite similar to the Wet n Wild Mega Last formula. And then Wet n Wild reformulated their Silk Finish lipsticks, and I think they did a great job with that. They've got some new colors in the line. Been enjoying those too. This one is called Who Will You Be With Me? And so the new shades from that line I think are exceptionally pretty and standouts in the line. I picked up another one too, Breeze, but that color is not so complimentary on me, but it was so much fun to try. And then I also have been enjoying the new Wet n Wild Fergie Velvet Matte Lip Crayons. At first I wasn't that crazy about these, but then I wore them some more and they kind of grew on me, which is strange, but so really been enjoying these too, and picked up some new colors of these recently, which I've been buying so many lip products lately that I haven't even tried them all yet. I mean, let's be honest here, but that is the case. I'm buying them faster than what I can try them and use them, so I really need to slow down, but I don't want to. I also tried the NYX Jumbo Lip Pencils, which are similar to those, but I like the formula a little bit better on these. But these are pretty similar to those Wet n Wild Fergie ones that I just showed. This is in the shade Pecan, and I really enjoy that. Would love to get some more colors of those. And last but not least, ColourPop. ColourPop lipsticks are $5 a piece. The formulas are awesome, and I say that because they come in several different finishes. They have matte, glossy, hyper glossy, satin. There's a bunch of different ones. The ones that I have are, I have one glossy, one satin, and 3 mattes. They come in a wide variety of colors. I definitely want more of these. But what's awesome about the ColourPop lipsticks, aside from the color selection and the formula, is they come with corresponding lip liners. Everybody should be doing this, you guys, because this has taught me that in order for your lips to look just perfect and flawless, the best thing to do is to use a liner that is slightly, just ever so slightly darker than the actual lip product itself. That's the way they design these, because I have the corresponding lip liners to go with those lipsticks, and they are just slightly darker than the shade that they're to be paired with, and I love the way that looks. today, like I said, I'm wearing the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. So what I did was I looked through my lip liners and I found a liner that was just slightly darker than the Soft Matte Lip Cream. And so I got on, just lined the outside of my lips, didn't fill them in, with Revlon Colorstay Lipliner in Nude. This is the perfect thing to pair with that. Let me hold it up so you can see. See how it's just slightly darker, but it's still nude, still has the same tone to it. And I just love the way that looks. It just has almost like an editorial feel to it, I want to say. But you don't want to go too dark because then it's going to look crazy and unnatural and it won't be pretty. So what else? What else? Wet n Wild Max Volume Plus Mascara. This is like the mascara for life. I've always enjoyed trying new mascaras, but I don't think I want to anymore. I really, really love this. Also, Wet n Wild reformulated their ColorIcon Kohl eyeliners, and I picked up the one in what's it called? Calling Your Buff. Most of the time I put this on my waterline and it just makes my eyes look even bigger than they already are. And it's the perfect shade and it goes on really nice. It's one of those beigey type pencils and it's 99 cents. So how can you go wrong? The Maybelline Master Kajal Cream Kohl eyeliners. These are awesome for tightlining. If you like to tightline your upper waterline, this is the simplest, easiest thing. The only thing is, something you should know, if you pick one of these up to try, when you first buy it, you will get a little bit of eyeliner in the outside corners that will coagulate, but after you've had the pencil for about a week, it stops doing that and it's fine. So the first week, when it's brand new, it's gonna be like a little bit too pigmented or something, so just be aware of that, but that will go away. And then Love and Beauty by Forever 21 Retractable Brow Pencil. It's $2 and change. It's awesome. You put it on and it just goes on like a dream. It's got wax in it, so it goes on really easy, but it's just pigmented enough to deposit some color on your eyebrows. It's got a spoolie on the other side so you can blend them out when you're done if you want to. It doesn't come in a lot of colors, but I like the gray for me because I have blonde hair that looks very natural, but I believe they also have a couple of other shades too. I think they have like a light brown and a dark brown or something like that. I'm not sure. You'll have to check it out if you're interested. And last but not least, something that's not even available anymore, CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation. I dug this out of my foundation drawer because I really want to use up my foundations that I have this year and not buy any new ones. And I've been loving this. And one of the things I've been doing with this, aside from just putting it all over my face, is not using a powder on top. The only place I put powder now is over my concealer because I've been using that Wet n Wild Fergie concealer that I just picked up. So that has to be set because it's really thick. But I haven't been putting a powder over this because it's like full coverage foundation, so it doesn't need to have a powder over it. But I've also been putting it on my eye area too, and then just putting all my eyeshadows on top of that, and it's working great, so I don't have to use a separate product now for my eyeshadows, which is so convenient. And before the camera shuts off, because you know, I can tell I've been talking a long time, so I'm trying to talk fast and get it all in, but eyeshadows, ColourPop. If you haven't tried these yet, you have to. They're $5 a piece. They're awesome. Today I have on So Quiche on my lids with Desert in the crease. Yesterday I had on I Heart This. Those are my two favorites. If you're gonna try them, I say, you know, get I Heart This and So Quiche. It'll cost you 10 bucks. And then, you know, use something that you already have in the crease and transition and highlight and all that. But you just pat these on with your finger on your lid, and oh, they're so so pretty. And they're really like shimmery and glittery. Well, the metallic ones are. Those are my favorite, the metallic finish. But they're really shimmery and glittery, but they're not so shimmery and glittery that you're gonna hate it. You know how some eyeshadows are like that? Like, you remember how Urban Decay shadows used to be before they reformulated? How they were like too glittery and it just went everywhere and made a big mess and fall out and everything like that. These don't do that. You just pat them on top of something, you know, an eyeshadow primer or your foundation or concealer or whatever you use as a primer on your eyes. Just pat it on top. It's not going to move. It's not going to do nothing all day. It doesn't fade. They're gorgeous. They're perfection. $5. Okay, so I think I better stop now because I can tell I've been talking for a long time. Those are my January favorites, and I'll see you next time. Bye.